Hello, welcome back. My name's Mason. Today we're doing a very late sketchbook tour. I forgot to film this and it's been sitting on my desk waiting. So I guess we'll start. Here's the first page. I did a video making this, so if you want to see that, the link will be in the description. Here are some doodles. This was around Halloween and I watch Coraline like every year around that time, so here were some doodles of her with some spooky witchy things, I guess. Here was me trying to figure out the cover character and that kind of thing. I drew these in later, these election day, me panicking during the election doodles. That was not a fun time. I was listening to the audiobook of Deathly Hallows. Here were some of my classmates, just some pen doodles of them over Zoom. Me and my friend on Halloween went as Shaggy and Velma. So we actually have a channel together called Zapar. Link is in the description. We do podcasts and games. Here was more designs for that cover character. Here's when I watched Clone High for the first time and was doodling. More doodles. And here was the initial concept for the cover design. Here is one of my favorite quotes from San Francisco. That song is really good. Doodles. This was more some like aesthetic mood board stuff. More pen doodles. I kept watching that one video by Barry about Kingdom Hearts and its crazy plot. I really liked that video. And then I read Red, White, and Royal Blue and drew the characters. It was okay, I give it 3 stars. Here was when I was going through another Legend of Zelda phase. So you're gonna see Link being drawn a lot. Queen's Gambit came out. And so I doodled her. Kid Link. I was watching Twin Peaks. I still haven't finished it. I have like half a season left, but I really like David Duchovny's character, Denise. That was great. Pasted that in after. This was around like Minecraft blew up, so me and my friend were playing it a lot, so I doodled my little Minecraft character. And Simon from Biographics. That's a good channel, by the way. More Harry Potter stuff. And here was when me and my friends were getting really into D&D. We've always really wanted to start a campaign, so we did. I'm the DM, but I also have a character because we don't have a big group. It's a lot to manage, but it's really fun. And this is Artemis, and he's a bard. There'll be more drawings along the way. This was when I finished Deathly Hallows, and I drew this. This was for a school assignment that I pasted in later. It's of Paul McCartney. I'll put that picture up because everyone always wonders what this is. It's a sailor's hat that he was wearing. Here's the D&D stuff. Here are the names of our characters. Artemis, Bromgis, Ramona, Farah, Maeve, and Robert. And the friend who plays Robert is just kind of taking the piss out of the whole thing. She's not that nerdy. Not as nerdy as us. Here's more about just Artemis's backstory, I guess. Here were some more doodles. Doodle a booktuber I really like, Murphy Napier. I want to do some booktube content on this channel because as much as I do love drawing, it's more of a hobby for me. My passion is reading, so I might do that. I was also, speaking of reading, I was listening to the audiobook of Mistborn. I was drawing a lot of Vin and Orsier, and Breeze, who's my favorite character. It was about Christmas time. Used some water-based markers to do these little doodles. Hilda Season 2 came out, so I was doing some drawings, just some doodles. I rewatched the first season too. It's a really cute show. Here was me planning the watercolor painting that is on the next page. I'm not very good at painting, and if you can see that these like edges are kind of faded out, that's because my cat thought it would be funny to dump an entire glass of water on my sketchbook. It kind of ruined just the bottom corners. He's lucky that nothing else damaged it. Here was just his little character design. Just some more doodling. 2 drawings of John Lennon. Here's me planning for another watercolor piece you're gonna see. This little character doesn't translate very well, to be honest. Here was New Year. We had like Christmas crackers. So I ended up with the blue crown. something I pasted in later. It's not really important. And here was that watercolor drawing. It didn't really turn out. It ended up really muddy. I kind of messed up like the body. And I tried to add like some line art, and like it only works in some places, and others it just looks really gross. This was just me messing around. Okay, I don't even know what to say about that. It's supposed to be Jill from Stranger in a Strange Land. I don't know why I felt like I wanted to draw her, but I did. And here's a little, he's like a little bank robber character I kept drawing. It was really fun to draw. I love drawing his like big chunky hands. But I ended up kind of changing his character to be like anti-hero, I guess. A vigilante. In a comic I'm making, he's actually in the background in like posters and that kind of thing, like a fiction within fiction. You'll hear more about that eventually. There he is. And there's me. My friend and I were dog sitting for a couple of days, so I drew her. I was really proud of this drawing. It's like, the style is really adorable, and he reminded me of a Pokemon trainer, so. And then I also got Animal Crossing, so I was playing that a lot. Here, well, that same friend gave me some Copic markers just because she doesn't use them, so I pasted this in. Here are me trying to draw like different styles, and because I feel like I always draw the same stuff. These drawings, I would put down the marker first and then go over it with line art. There are more of those in the future. Jesus. Here was my little Dear Evan Hansen hyperfixation. I actually have the book right in front of me. Yeah, we don't need to talk about that. I was a little late to the game. Just some more doodling. Trying to figure out how to draw shorts, really. How I like them. Here were those drawings that I was telling you about. Marker first, then line art. I was trying to use markers that I don't normally use, and I really like how vibrant this orange is, but this is like the only time I would ever, what else would I use it for, you know? I really like drawing astronauts. There's something so adorable about them, and you can't even like see their faces. They just make cute little characters. Here was me hating school and wanting to drop out. Here's some doodles. I'm really happy with these. Trying to draw different body types, that kind of thing. These are all inspired by the seasons. Summer, spring, winter, fall. Not that happy with them. I do like this one, but the other ones are more doodles. A ghost character that I really like. This was like a little doodle assignment for school. Some hatching. And here's one of those meet the artist things. Usually whenever I draw these, I end up hating how it turned out, but this one's actually alright. Well, remember when I mentioned subpar earlier and how we have a podcast and play games? Well, me and Nevaeh were playing off and trying to figure out a puzzle. This is her handwriting. I just pasted this in here over the top of like a demon girl. This is from a video of a 3-marker challenge. I thought he looked like a Jonah to me. Link is in the description for that as well. Here are some doodles of that ghost. I kind of want to turn them into stickers. I think that would be a lot of fun. Here's an old character of mine from like almost 2 years ago now, and I just updated the design a little bit to make it less stupid. Some doodles. I kind of like how poodly this hair looks. And this was when I was getting really into Marvel comics, like reading them. I've loved Marvel since 6th grade, but the only comics I've ever read are Spider-Man comics, because I really like Spider-Man. I was reading a lot of the Young Avengers just around the same time WandaVision came out, which was perfect timing. And Billy's obviously my favorite. So here were some drawings just directly from the comic that I just kind of recreated. And then here is a page spread of Billy / Wiccan. Oh my gosh, shut up. Here are the WandaVision versions of Billy and Tommy. And then I was reading Prince Caspian, so I wanted to draw him. There's some doodles by Nevaeh. Looks really cool and trippy. And then I was doing some drawings just with a color erase pencil and some highlighters. And these were a lot of fun to draw. You don't need top-notch art supplies, you know. Speaking of top-notch art supplies, this was made with markers. Mostly a hoo-hoo if I'm being honest. So it's not that top-notch, but I was really happy with how it turned out. So I love dragons. Some more Billy drawings and the Pokemon trainer guy that I drew. Me and my friend, Nevaeh, we were talking on Discord one night, and I said, I read somewhere that whatever decade you're drawn to most is where your past life lived. She said, I must have done something pretty bad to get to where I am now. She was like, I must have been a thief in the medieval ages and also a man. I drew her as this character. We decided that his name would be Anselm. And this is a sketch for my final portrait, which I'll put a picture. Perfect. It was me drawing shoes because my shoes look the same and I wanted to see how shoes actually look. Here are some little doodles. I love The Little Prince, so I calligraphied one of the famous quotes. Here is when I was getting into X Factor Investigations, which is the best Marvel comic series, or comic series in general, I've ever read. It's really good, really good. Shatterstar's my favorite character, so I drew him a lot, and Richter. So here's an entire spread of doing the same thing, just redrawing comic panels, trying to do more action-y poses, you know? And here's a little doodle of Ron Swanson that I really like, because I was also watching Parks and Rec, which I really love. Oh, this spoilers for my comic. I'll have my editing self censor that. Spoilers. On my birthday, Nevaeh came over and drew me some little doodles. She looked really great that day with an entire fit. I'll put in a picture and I'll blur her face for her privacy. This page is largely forgettable. I don't really remember. I mean, I don't hate that design, I guess, but I don't really remember drawing that. Same with this page. Here's me doing some thumbnailing for the end page. Here was the last page. I was doing perspective stuff in school. It was not fun. Myself saying, well, this has been fun. Sketchbook is done now. Goodbye. And this was the end page. And I actually really am happy with how that came out. I think it looks very trippy and fun. But then also on like this page is just a bunch of little doodles I did. And then under them, I think yeah. My God, I'm so bored. Jesus Christ. Why am I doodling? Oh yeah, it's 3 a.m. and I'm depressed. Lol. Nice. Well, I hope you enjoyed this sketchbook tour. I've already started working on my new one, so hopefully it won't take nearly as long. Sorry I've been putting off filming this for so long. I'm thinking of doing some booktube related stuff on my channel, as I was saying before, so I might have like a series. That would be really fun to do. Let me know what you think about that. Well, see you in the next video. Goodbye.